बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अमीरुल मोमिनीन हज़रत अली रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु फरमाते थे, लोगों पर एक ऐसा वक्त आएगा कि उसमें बुराई को बुरा कहने वाले तमाम लोगों के 10वें हिस्से से भी कम होंगे। हज़रत अली रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु said, there will dawn a time, come a time over the people when those people who will prevent from evil, nahi and munkar, and they will be less than 1/10 of the people of the community. They will be less than 1/10. Duty of amr bil ma'ruf and nahi and munkar, commanding what is righteousness and prohibiting evil, that is part of tabligh. There are many different branches of tabligh, and everyone is commanded in the Quran and in the Hadith to carry out the duty of amr bil ma'ruf, nahi anil munkar. And the first target of one's tabligh is your own family. Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. O people of Iman, save yourselves. First Allah Ta'ala says yourselves. Be careful about yourself, make tabligh to your own self, and then next to your family. Save them from the fire. And that was the first tabligh which Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, or which Allah Ta'ala imposed on our Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When he was appointed the Nabi, Allah Ta'ala said, وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ, that warn your close relatives, family people. First, they are your first target of your tabligh, are your close people, your relatives, your family, your wife, your children, and your other relatives. So the Ali Radiallahu Ta'ala said that there will come a time when in the community less than 1/10 of the people will be engaging in this duty of amr bil ma'ruf, nahi anil munkar. और उसके बाद ये 10वां हिस्सा भी चला जाएगा, and thereafter soon even this 10th will disappear. तो फिर कोई भी बुराई को बुरा कहने वाला न रहेगा. Then there will not remain anyone to remind others or to warn others about evil. Yes, there will be some, there will be amr bil ma'ruf, in other words, only what is good, in goodness, or which will not annoy people. They'll speak about such topics only. And where there is fear of cultivating the displeasure of the people, then they will maintain silence, and that will be the disease of the learned people also. Hazrat Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, narrating a hadith, one told the people, addressed them and said, كيف أنتم إذا لبستكم فتنة يحرم فيها الكبير ويربو فيها الصغير. He said, what will be your condition? He's telling the people, what will be your condition when you will be enveloped by a fitna, such a fitna that your elderly ones will become senile. The elderly ones will become senile. Their alcohol will not function correctly. And the young ones among you will become old before their age. That we see in these times, how people, spiritually also and physically also, how quickly they age, how amount of sicknesses amongst people. Young people nowadays, former days you find people 70, 80, 90 years of age, they were healthy and they were strong. But now they're all on a decline. The elderly ones, those who are supposed to be the leaders in the community, they will become senile, talk lot of futile things and nonsensical things. This because of this fitna. وَيَتَّخِذَ النَّاسُ سُنَّةً, and this fitna the people will regard as sunnatan, biddah. Biddah will become so rampant and so entrenched amongst the people that they will regard it as a sunnah. إذا تركت فيها منها شيء قيل تركت السنة. And if anything is left out from that bid'ah, that fitna of that bid'ah, then the people will say the sunnah has been left out. The lives of the people all over the world, in the ummah, from birth to death, full of bid'ah, all customs, having no substantiation, no basis in the sunnah, no basis in the shariat. So the people قالوا متى ذاك? They ask, Abdullah ibn Abbas, when will such a time come? It was difficult for the Sahaba and the Tabi'in to understand it. When will such a time come? So he says, إذا ذهبت علماؤكم, when your ulama disappear. He says, ulama, the true ulama, pious ulama. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, يذهب الصالحون الأول فالأول. That the salihun, referring to the pious people, the awliya and the ulama, will in quick succession, one after the other, they will depart away from this dunya until there will be nothing, none of these people will be left. وَتَبْقَى خُفَالَةٌ, and then the khufala will remain. Khufala means rubbish. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, then the rubbish will remain. The rubbish will remain كَخُفَالِ التَّمْرِ of a sha'ir, just as a chaff and the waste matter of dates and barley, that will remain. La yubalihum mubalatan. Allah Ta'ala will have no care whatsoever for them. So this will, so he says, when your ulama disappear, he says, إِذَا ذَهَبَتْ عُلَمَاؤُكُمْ وَقَرَّتْ قُرَّاؤُكُمْ, when your ulama disappear and your qaris become abundant, nowadays, where is so much Qiraat and Qiraat competition, all Faasiq and Faajir Qari is coming, beardless chaps coming, reciting Qiraat and having functions and competitions, making a mockery of the Quraan. Quraan is an object for competition. So the hadith says, إِذَا ذَهَبَتْ عُلَمَاؤُكُمْ, when your ulama disappear, they leave this dunya. وَكَثُرَتْ قُرَّاؤُكُمْ, and your qaris will become in abundance. وَقَلَّ الْفُقَهَاؤُكُمْ, and your fuqaha, those some ulama of understanding, will be rare. They'll be rare. وَكَثُرَتْ أُمَرَاؤُكُمْ, and your rulers will be in abundance. And the civil services in these days, so much, thousands and thousands in the civil service. وَقَلَّتْ أُمَنَاؤُكُمْ, and your trustworthy people will be extremely rare. وَأُلْتِمَسَتِ الدُّنْيَا بِعَمَلِ الْآخِرَةِ, and the dunya will be pursued. They will search the dunya with an amal of the akhirat. There's a deed which belongs to the akhirat. They will practice that deed for the sake of the dunya, and that is a speciality of the molvis and the shaykhs of this age, where they justify all the biddah and the haraam with the Quran and the Hadith. وَالْأُلْتِمَةِ وَتُفُقِهَا لِغَيْرِ الدِّينِ, and knowledge of the deen will be pursued for what? For purposes other than the deen, not for the sake of the deen, but for the sake of the dunya. So that is when Amr is a time we will find that Amr bin Maruf, that thing, Nahi al-Munkar, is abandoned. Even the learned people nowadays, they have completely abandoned Amr bin Maruf and Nahi al-Munkar. That is Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam warning them and said, الساكت عن الحق شيطان أخرس, the one who maintains silence when the haqq is trampled upon, when the haqq is being abused, then he is a dumb shaitan. Nabi doesn't say he is like a shaitan. Nabi says he is a dumb shaitan. Uwais Qarni radiallahu ta'ala anhu फरमाते थे, मोमिन का हक पर होना उसके लिए दुनिया में कोई दोस्त नहीं छोड़ता. Uwais Qarni says that when a mu'min is on the haqq, the haqq does not leave for him any friend, like as Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said about Umar. Rahimallahu Umar, may Allah have mercy on Umar. Ma tarakal haqqu ما أترك الحق له من صديق, that the Haqq has not left any friend for him. As Umar radiallahu anhu, that time of Sahaba, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the Haqq has not left any friend for him because he was so forthright and so straightforward. And his Amr bil Ma'ruf is famous for his Amr bil Ma'ruf and his Nahi and Munkar, that everyone fled from, they discarded him. They did not want to befriend Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. So Nabi Islam said, may Allah Ta'ala have mercy upon him. So the Uwaid Qari said that the Haqq does not leave a friend for a person who practices Amr bil Ma'ruf, Nahi and Munkar. और जब भी कोई शख्स लोगों को नेक बात की हिदायत करता है और बुराई से रोकता है तो उसको बड़ी बड़ी तोहमतें लगाते हैं और उसकी इज्जत खराब करते हैं. When a person practices correctly on Amr bil Ma'ruf, commanding righteousness and preventing people from evil, then they slander that person and they create problems for him. They try to ruin and wreck his reputation. So this is the natural consequence of Amr bil Ma'ruf. When a person practices Amr bil Ma'ruf, Nahi anil Munkar, then you must expect to be criticized. It's not possible to proclaim the Haqq and not be criticized. There has not been a Nabi who was not branded a madman, was not branded a sorcerer, was not branded as a magician, but that is a natural consequence of practicing Amr bil Ma'ruf, Nahi anil Munkar, and this is an obligation upon everyone. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kullukum ra'in." Every one of you is a shepherd. وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَيَّتِكُمْ, and everyone will be questioned about his flock. Everyone has got a flock. Everyone has got a family. Everyone has subordinates under him, and it is the duty of everyone to call that person and give to nasiyat to the one who is within your jurisdiction. By maintaining silence, the punishment is severe, not only in this dunya, even in the akhirat.